Salem 1692 is a hidden role, hand management, and trader game released in 2015 and designed by Travis Hancock with art by Holly Hancock and Sarah Keel. The goal is to either find all of the witches or eliminate all of the townsfolk depending on whose side you're on, and that side can change pretty quick mid-game. To set up, make a deck of trial cards based on the number of players in the game. It will include 5 cards per player with 1 constable, 1 or 2 witches, and the remainder comprised of not a witch cards. Shuffle and deal 5 cards face down to each player. Everyone looks at their own cards and spreads them into a row. Next, shuffle and deal 1 town hall card face up to each player. Take out the black cat, knight, and conspiracy cards from the main deck, shuffle that deck, deal 3 cards to each player, and then shuffle the conspiracy card back in. Place the deck on top of the knight card. Collect the matching kill card for each face-up town card in play, and shuffle that pile. Perform the dawn step, wherein the witches will select any player, including themselves, to place the black cat card in front of. This player will start the game. In Salem 1692, players are suspicious townsfolk in 17th century Salem, thus the name, who are trying to root out the witchcraft in their community, unless they are already a party to it. The game is played over a variable number of rounds or days, which are separated by the night phases, when the witches conspire to eliminate someone. On a player's turn, they may either draw 2 cards from the main deck, or play at least 1 card up to every card they have in hand. If, when drawing cards, the conspiracy or night cards are drawn, that player's turn ends immediately, and the card is resolved. The cards that can be played include green one-use cards, blue ongoing cards, and red accusation cards. Cards have to be played on other players, and the accusation cards are the primary route to uncovering the witches. Once a player has 7 or more total X's in front of them, then the person who played the 7th accusation chooses a trial card for that player to reveal, and all the red cards for that player are discarded. If a player's 5th trial card is revealed, or if they reveal a witch card, they are killed, reveal any of the remaining trial cards, and are out of the game. A player can also be killed during the night phase by the witches choosing that player's kill card, but if, before the kill card is revealed, the constable played the gavel token on a player, or a player confessed by revealing a trial card of their choice, that player is spared from death. The conspiracy card causes each player to choose and take an unrevealed trial card from the player to their left. If a player ever has a witch trial card in front of them, even if it moves later, they are a witch for the rest of the game. The game continues until either the townsfolk win by revealing every witch trial card, or the witches win by having every surviving player being a witch. Forget points. This one's to the death. I recently had the pleasure of visiting the town of Salem and found it to be a quiet little port town belying the dark history it had survived. The people there were affable and welcoming, not uncommon for a tourist destination, and there was an air of acceptance in the shops, artwork, and signage about the place. And ye harm none, do what ye will, as it is said among practitioners of witchcraft, often simplified to the same driving principle in practitioners of medicine, do no harm. If only more people in the world were willing to adopt that as a core component of their identity. We cannot change others, only ourselves. Especially if we pull the wrong trial card during the conspiracy phase. Sorry, I was about to get too maudlin there, and I haven't even poured a glass yet. All things in due time. Despite the awful events of that period of Salem's history, neither the town itself nor this game minimize or mock it. They recognize it, and they embrace it, so that we in the present day can reflect and, hopefully, prevent anything of its kind happening again. We are, of course, still working on that second part. Regretfully, I did not play Salem 1692 in Salem itself, but there's always a chance for my next visit, because I'm always game.